Hey guys, welcome to Cheesecake Chats. Let's eat cheesecake and chat about life. Make sure you read my description and please only watch this video if it's something you can handle. Today, we are chatting about dating while having an active ED. And I wanted to talk about this because I had a dating experience that I think really hindered my recovery process. And for privacy purposes, we are going to call my ex-boyfriend John. So I met John during my freshman year of college, and I think he was a junior at the time, but we didn't start dating until the beginning of the next year. We had been texting over the summer, and when we did get together, we started off as a long-distance couple because I was doing the Disney College program in Florida. And that was the time that I was at one of my absolute lowest weights. My organs had started failing, and I was also so depressed that I had trouble functioning. What a great time to get a boyfriend! I don't know what I was thinking, but I really don't know what John was thinking. And somehow, despite having hardly spent any time together in person, we quickly decided that it would be a good idea to move in together. It didn't happen right away, but we did get an apartment together at the start of my junior year. And John was fully aware of my ED, but honestly, he hardly ever brought it up when we were in private. And looking back, I think that's really weird. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't think that you can start a healthy relationship while having an active ED, at least in like 90% of the cases. Because I think the type of people you're likely to be attracting are maybe a little toxic. Because once they get to know you well enough to put a label on a relationship, they're gonna know what's up with you. Assuming that they don't have the situational awareness of like a sponge. I think that what John wanted was for people to think that he was fixing me. But in order to maintain that image, he had to keep me sick. Now, did he outright encourage my bad behaviors? No, but he did enable them. And was it his responsibility to help me? I guess not. But he did like to tell people how much progress I was making because of him. But then none of his actions in private really reflected that. And then at one point, John decided that he wanted to propose to me. At the time, I said that anyone who wanted to marry me had to get my older brother's permission first. I know, old-fashioned. So John went and had a talk with my brother. And my brother told me later that John was just going on and on about how much he was helping me get better and how dedicated he was to taking care of me and how he was the only person who could do it. And my brother, admittedly, was a little harsh with his response. He basically told John that making sure your girlfriend didn't die was the bare minimum. And when he asked John for specific examples of how he'd supported my recovery, John could not come up with a single one. So no surprise, but he did not get my brother's permission to marry me. So I do just want to make it clear before I close out this video, I do not think it was John's responsibility to heal me. That was all on me, okay? That's not at all what I'm trying to say. I just think that the problem with John and with some other guys in these ED relationships is that they like to take care of someone sick so much that they don't really want that person to get better. And in John's case, I don't think it was malicious, but I think that unconsciously, he wanted to feel needed in that way. And maybe the best evidence of that is that we broke up almost immediately after I decided that I was ready to recover. I started to make real progress. I was getting out of the house. I was doing things on my own, and I was really just being my old fun self again. And the relationship completely fell apart. But hey, you guys can let me know what you think. I post new Cheesecake Chats twice a week, so make sure you give me a like and a follow so you don't miss an episode.